This Map First Impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Map First Impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Upper Glantal in the South Palestine. And I know I just butchered that name, but you know what? That is basically a clueless American trying to figure out how to pronounce that. Did my best. Sorry if I butchered it overly bad. At any rate, this map can be found over at modhoster.com, and there is a link to the map in the description below. Let me read you a little bit of the description before we jump on in. It says, "Here I present you my map for LS19. For a long time, it's just been around. Now I have time again for the farming simulator. Maps should already appear for LS17. Unfortunately, I did not make it in time. So the time passed, and at some point, the LS19 is basically, that's where it's at. Now the map is ready and should run error-free. Since the patch 1.2, the engine requires every map to have a waterplane. This has been adapted to current patch." So this says this map reflects my home region and is modeled on this landscape. Find two small villages on the map, and basically there are 3 purchasable forests. And let's just go ahead and jump on in. I'm not going to bother reading the rest there. So we're firing this up in new farmer mode. I do our camera collision, do our retriever, place anywhere, and we're going to use this milk, egg, and sell point. I'm going to talk to you about that here in a minute. Let's go up and pull the log. So we do see a couple errors related to cricket sounds. Yet again, we've got that strange cricket sound error. And we've got one more that loads up here. That is an error related to, let's see here, where is it? There. Mesh ID 70 has 0 triangles. Not sure what that is, but it is an error, so I did want to bring that up for everybody to be aware of. And here we are at the start point. Now, unlike some previous videos, I am not going to fire up Farm Manager or start from scratch, because the differences between the 3 play modes are so negligible that basically I can cover them right now. So you start with your $100,000 default cash in new farmer mode. Start with 1.25 million in Farm Manager and 500,000 in start from scratch. If we go to the PDA and we look at the lands, this is the land that you own in new farmer mode. Basically, you don't own any land in Farm Manager or start from scratch. Those are the only differences. So you start with starting equipment on all the difficulty levels, and you start with a placed chicken and cow shed on all difficulty levels, as well as the farmhouse and these other buildings here around the farm. So I would like to have seen in the different difficulty levels these buildings not appearing, as well as the starting equipment. But the way the map is set up currently, you basically see and have access to all the buildings and the starting equipment, no matter what difficulty level you play. Now, let's look at the PDA again. And you'll see we've got a couple other little interesting things going on here. And I've seen this on a few maps. We've got, for some reason, our crops are duplicated. Not really sure if this is a result of this being a 17 convert and the original 17 map maybe having extra crops in it, which are no longer in the 19 version. But like I said, I've seen this fruit types 1 and fruit types 2, where basically the crop types are duplicated on a few different other maps. I've been a little hesitant to do map reviews on maps that have double crops like this, but this one was fairly heavily requested, and a mod just came out, which is the placeable egg and milk sell point, which makes complete sense on this map, because for some reason the map author has excluded a milk and egg sell point. Or at least if we go to the prices screen, it's not listed here. So you can see here there's nothing for eggs and there's nothing listed for milk. I don't understand it because we start out with chickens and a dairy on the map. So you would think that there would definitely be the place to sell milk and eggs, but for some reason there's not. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out. The only thing that we don't own from the get-go that we could purchase is the BGA, which is right here for $180,000. So it's not like it's a sell point that we have to buy, unless for some reason the BGA takes milk and eggs. Okay, but we have come to the rescue a great placeable that I will also link in the description. Now again, this placeable is not included with the map. Not included. You have to download this and basically place it wherever you want. Now, here's the problem though. Okay, we're just going to place it right here. Just cuz. Okay? So here's the problem. And let's look at the PDA once again to demonstrate this. Go to the lands. It would be really nice to be able to put it over here. Maybe in this general area. Or up here in town. Be able to plop it down in one of these large parking lots. Like here. But we can't, because we can't buy any of this land. We can't do anything with it. Could maybe buy this plot and clear out these trees and put it right here, or something like that. Maybe take a little corner of a field here and put it down, but it would require us to spend some money to be able to do that. I've just put it down here just for fun, just so you can demonstrate that we now have a place that takes our eggs and milk. I'll tell you, that is the sole reason why I did not do a map video on this up until this point. Let's take a look around. So we've got our farmhouse here, which is the standard EU farmhouse. We've got the standard EU farm shed, whatever you want to call it. Got one of the standard overhang sheds there. Of course, we've got our chickens. And of course, it's a standard chicken pen, so we know that this is where we put our wheat or barley. We're going to be buying our chickens, and this is where our pallets are going to be spawning. And basically, if we run up here, just hop over the ledge here, we've got our cow shed. Of course, this is the standard in-game cow shed, so we've got our feeding trough. Got our cow purchase point, our delivery point. We have our water trough. Then over here we have our milk pickup. Right here. And around the corner we've got our slurry and our manure. Down here we have the farm silo. We have the big farm silo with 200,000 liter capacity, and we have our grain dump. And we have our grain bill spout. So let's take a look at the prices screen. And you'll see that we do not have any grain. Oh, let's scroll here. Here we go. We do have grain with new farmer mode in our silo and 200,000 liter capacity. Let's take a look at that starting fleet. This starting fleet we do get on all three play modes. Get a Fit Favorite 515, John Deere 6230R, and a Dudesfar 9290 TTV. A range of horsepower from 150 to 295 horsepower. We have the New Holland TX32 harvester and grain header. The AgriLiner TKD 302 tipper. Got the cultivator, seeder, and a front and back side mower. Got the tedder and a fairly nice windrower. Then a decent forage wagon, round baler, front loader arms, and a bale spike. got a header trailer, and then we have our cow pasture, our chicken coop, grain silo, easy shed 1, our farmhouse, and that is it. So let's go ahead and get our retriever. Take a look here for the shop. Should be, where is the shop? Here is the shop. Would be nice if we had a shop hotspot also. So here we've got our shop. Let's go ahead and reset our retriever. And it is reset right here to the shop. Let's hop out and take a look around the shop here a little bit. Got our pair and customize and sell point trigger. Our trigger here, but where is the hotspot to activate that? Here it is over here. Got to put it way over there and then come way over here to activate that. Of course, we've got our shop trigger there. Would be nice to see maybe some tractors or whatever in here, kind of filling out the showroom and everything. Before we get on a little bit more, it brings to mind that I didn't quite look around everywhere, because we've got down here some more sheds and stuff. We've got a customized workshop trigger right here. Not sure where that is, so let's go ahead and check. Okay, looks to be right here in front of the icon. So our header trailer is not quite in there. Got our seeder by the tedder. Got our cultivator here around the back. Thing's nicely tucked away. Mower. Got more of our equipment over here. I guess I could have put that egg sell point down here, I guess. This is how you would come up to the cow farm. Right up in here. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and jump in our retriever. Zoom on out here. Pull up the PDA and develop a plan of action. Around a little bit, we do have some nice elevation changes here on the map. Really nice field sizes. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Zoom all the way out. Basically say the map is maybe a little bit maybe more than maybe about 1x in size, if about half a standard map. It's hard to tell other than basically trying to scale it when you zoom all the way out. If you figure that all of this out here is not playable. Any field that is not numbered is not playable. It's just background fields that do swap out crops. You got field 7, which is $205,000. 6 is 110. It's interesting that 7 and 6, they don't look that different in size, but they are drastically different in price. 12 is $220,000, and again, field 12 and 6 don't appear that different, but the price on that is so much more. 103,000 versus 110. Field 6 looks like quite the deal. $60,000, 181,000, 89, 83, 115. Let's look at some smaller fields. 3, $76,000. Field 4 is $83,000. Field 2 we own is $87,000. Main farm here is $146,000. $106,000 and $95,000. Those are, so we own a forest, and we own 1 and 2 grassy areas. All right. Go ahead and start exploring. Coming up here to, I guess this is our sawmill, because I see the telltale sign of the wood chip pile. And then we've got the exclamation mark for the new log trigger. You have traffic on the map. That is something to pay attention to. Let's check this field out here. It has got pretty good incline going on there. Field off in the distance is one of those out of bounds fields, just there for decoration. Got a pretty bad, looks like there's been a whole lot of erosion there. Might have difficulty if you own that field in getting it planted, but to some degree with the new landscaping feature, it's a little rough here, but with the new landscaping feature, of course, you can come in here. Oh, we can't even buy that one. I was going to say, well, you could come in here and buy it and then kind of smooth it down and then replow it up and make it back into a field. So that is something that is going to be really handy with some fields that may have a little off, maybe a little off on their smoothness, is to basically be able to come in here. Well, that is quite a hill. To be able to come in here and take on that. And go down this road. It looks like this is going to take us to the animal dealer. It's quite a hill there. There are quite some inclines. Here we are at the animal dealer. And like I said, we've got the chicken coop and the large cow pasture already in the map. And then our barn over here is for our hay, straw, and grass sell point. Right here is the barn. Spin her on around. Head back. Take a look at this. This is a doozy of a hill. Coming into one of the two towns. Interesting. So we've got here, wrong way. Gotta go up there. Road drive that we missed is the drive we missed right here. This is going to wind us up. There's a like those leaning trees. Got a sell point here, And then the lime fill point right there. Really do like the terrain landscaping on the like here would be a great spot to put that egg sell point here at this what appears to be a grocery store. But yeah, I don't know why it's not there. We also have over here in one of the non-player fields that we can't purchase, got round bales. Let's put out here. I don't know if here we can see we can't buy this field, can't buy anything over in this area. So I don't know if this field is going to get planted by the AI, and if it is, it's going to look kind of weird with these bales out in the middle of it during you know, with corn growing up through here or something. But it is an interesting touch. But maybe I'd have had this as grass, and maybe you had these as grass or hay bales as opposed to straw bales. Because if this field does have crop growing in it, it will look a little weird as to why the farmer did not come and take the bales up out of the field and went ahead and somehow managed to plant grain underneath the bales. Again, we've got pretty steep hills. Playing with a small tractor, you might want to have a fairly small trailer. You might have a hard time navigating up these hills. Another sell point right here. And then we are now at the map edge. We're not going to be able to go any further down that road. Let's see here. It's the way we came in. No. Another sell point here. This is the spinnery, so this is where we're going to bring our wool and our cotton. We're in field 3. It's a fairly nice little old fields. Nothing too big. All fairly easily managed with smallish equipment. Now this, I believe, let's just check. Yep. Okay. So forest here behind us is the forest that we own at the start, and this large grass area is an area we own at the start. Check and see if we do have contracts on the map. We do indeed have contracts available on the map. And as we progress down here, we need to check out this area here, and we need to come over here and check out the biogas plant. And then we'll double on around and check out some of these fields here. Then we'll basically conclude our tour of the map. Guys, what do you think of the map so far? I think it's really interesting. Has lots of potential. I do wish it had the milk and egg sell points showing up. Not really sure why they're not showing up. If there is a built-in milk and egg sell point and you all know of it, let me know in the comments where that might be, or let other folks also know in the comments where that might be, because it's not showing up. So maybe an XML error as to why it's not showing up. It does look like that field almost stretches out into the road. It does look like the map author is intending on releasing an update. at some point to correct some of these errors or issues. That is the road down there that we take to the BGA. It's fine. We'll just make our way around. Here we are at the farm. Kind of 2 levels to the farm. It's the second little town. This little town doesn't have any sell points associated with it. That old tractor there without the front wheels on it, that's a nice little detail. So let's double back here. See if we can't into the BGA. Another nice large grass section. Would have been a very nice map in 17 for sure. As I said earlier, I would like to see maybe the map kind of more embrace the 19 play style with respect to the different play modes being different with without the farm built out. Got our silage bunkers, pretty standard 19 BGA here. The 2 silage bunkers. Let's go ahead and check compacting. Now that's something we didn't notice over at the main farm. That cow area, there wasn't a placed silage bunker, so that's something you're probably going to want to put down. Got the BGA digester there. And then the digestate fill trigger is over here. Let's see here. Can we... Can't see that. I like that we can see these roads. Some of the fields or some of the PDAs we can't see the roads very good. So you try to get a little orientation going by looking at the map, and you end up kind of at a loss as to what's going on. Looks like we can come over here and cut through. Yep, and get to a road and then come down across to field 2. I like these fields where there's like trees and stuff growing in the middle of them. Very, very realistic. Come down here. Of course, the shop where we started our drive around is just off to the right. Double back. Field directly to our right is not purchasable because it does not have a number associated with it. Got field 1 here to our right. And field 2, which we do own, directly to our left. And that, guys, pretty much concludes the tour here of the map. Like I said earlier, let me know in the comments what you think of the map here. If you are going to do chickens or cows, definitely for the short term, pick up that placeable sell point for eggs and milk. And if somebody knows where maybe there is an egg and milk sell point on the base map that is just not showing up in the PDA, also put that in the comments. I'd love to be able to pin that comment. That way it could help out others who are maybe interested in playing this map. Hey guys, if you liked the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. We've got map reviews coming out now that we've got a lot more maps coming out here in the next little bit. Got plenty of mod reviews in the playlist, as well as still coming out in the channel. And we're going to be doing a competition here in January kicking up, where we will be doing all kinds of crazy things to earn money over on Riverview. So guys, until next time, happy farming.